what's up, guys? So a friend of mine reached out and she got a new set of bands and she wants to know what to do with them. And it took me a couple of days. I'm sorry about that. However, here are some ideas on what to do with bands that you might be getting to help with your quarantine fitness. Now, a couple things to keep in mind. Not all bands are created equal. It's worth investing in good quality bands that aren't going to break on you. A couple different styles. You have a small circle band. This one is rubber. But you can also have a small circle band like this, which is my favorite. Okay, these last a lot longer. They wear out slower. They're more comfortable. They don't pinch you, and that's a big issue for me. Okay, small circle bands. But then you also have large bands. Okay, still circular but much larger. I recommend getting a small set of both. You can do a little something with everything. Okay, if you only have one set, there's still plenty to be done though. Keep that in mind. All right, so stay tuned. Here's what we got. All right, here's some good back stuff. If you've got a large circle band, start by just opening that out across your chest. Squeezing your shoulder blades back behind you. You can do the same thing as a lat pull, pulling down and back. Trying to keep your elbows in the same position they're at, not completely straight, but they're not the ones bending. Okay, my other favorite back one to do is a bent over row here. You're gonna step on the band, get a nice flat back, chest out, keep those elbows close, and a row up to your chest. Okay, so those are my 3 favorite back exercises there. Okay, now with the small circle bands, there's a lot to be done here. Here are some of my favorite leg exercises with a small circle band. Again, I like the cloth one. It has stretchy stuff inside, but it's so much more comfortable. You're gonna pop that up above the knees. Sit down and back into your typical squats. Banded squats. Hold at the bottom, come on back up. Adds great resistance and muscle activation for your squats. Great for your warm-ups, great for your main routines. Now, as well as being able to do these kind of banded lateral walks, you want to try and get a little bit low, right? You shouldn't be up standing tall. You want your legs active, back active. You don't want to be hunched forward. You take a few steps to the left, a few steps to the right. Trying to keep tension. You don't want to release everything. All right, next. Leg-wise, anything you can do without a band, you can do with a band. So for example, you've seen this machine at the gym where you're doing this very, very classic knees out. It's called an abduction for your hips. You can definitely do this with a band. You should put your feet together. They can be relaxed. You know, they shouldn't be pushed into the ground perfectly hard. They can come up a little bit because you want to be able to press against the band and bring your knees out to a butterfly position. Keep everything else really strong, core engaged. There's a great hip abduction. All right. Alrighty, last leg exercise I'm going to show you here is a little series you can do. And again, keep in mind, anything you can do without a band, you can do with a band. So these classic on all fours leg extensions that you'll see, you can also do with a band. So keep your body nice and neutral. You don't want to be sunk in. You don't want to be pulled up. You want to be right in the middle. Leg comes out straight, pressing against the band, and push against the band. It's a small motion. You don't want to do a wild kick. You want to do a squeeze, okay? You can do the same thing with a donkey press. You can do the same thing with a fire hydrant. Anything you can do without a band, you can do with a band, okay? Donkey and a glute raise. All right, those are legs with a band. Let's move on. Alrighty, so here are my favorite shoulder exercises to do with a small circle band. You're going to put that on above the wrist, keep the elbows close to the body, shoulders down, and then you're going to press against that band. This is all delts all day. Now here's the cool part. Change up palms, and you get internal delts right in the armpits. Flip your palms over, and you're going to get the outside back delts. Okay, so I would recommend doing sets of all 3 styles. Go for neutral, right in the middle, palms up for inside, okay? It's a small movement, just a squeeze. Lastly, you can also do a press. Same idea, pressing against the band, pressing up overhead, maintaining that pressure. That's where the work comes in. Okay, those are my two favorite shoulder exercises. All right, guys. Now, lastly, what I'm going to tell you is the circle band, especially the small rubber one, can be used to provide resistance to just about anything else. So if you want to do a bicep curl with that, you just have to find a way to, you know, push against it with one hand and then bicep curl. You can get into a cool little pose, put it around your foot maybe. There you go. And there's a deep lunge bicep curl. Okay? So keep that in mind. There's a lot of different things that you can do. Get creative and check it out online. Usually if there's something you can do with a dumbbell, you can recreate it with a band. All right? If this is something you're interested in and want to see more or have a full routine tailored to you, you know what to do. Hit me up. I would love to help. Alrighty guys, go forth and band.